So now you have a job offer on the table, and you have decided whether to accept the offer, decline it, or submit a counter offer. So the first tip is to be fair and persuasive. Don't just ask for more. You have to justify why do you deserve more. Something like, in thinking through the offer, I would like to negotiate the following points. Base salary of $5,000 a month, which is equivalent to $54 an hour, for example. It's important for me to move forward in my career on compensation, and that my package is competitive with current market trends based upon the industry, position, and location. My current base salary is $98,000, for example, and I have an upcoming promotion that would provide an additional 10% raise. Therefore, a 10% raise for my current salary is the minimum I would consider to leave my current job. You must show that you are serious, passionate about the job, and you are open to discussion as well. I welcome the opportunity to discuss the above-mentioned modifications with you over the phone. I'm available this week at any time, and I look forward to speaking with you. You need to think beyond the base salary and bonus. Take a holistic view of the overall job offer. Don't just focus on the money part. Focus on the value of the overall entire deal. What's your responsibilities? What's the job location? Is the employer flexible in working hours? What are the perks? Are there promotion opportunities? Let's take a look at two different counter offer examples. So let's take a look at an example of how to write a counter offer letter. All right. So the first off, you need to thank basically the hiring manager or the HR personnel for actually considering you for that position, actually sending you an offer. All right. You need to show that you are grateful, you are actually happy with what you received. They actually considered you for the position, but at the same time, you need to modify some aspects of it. Okay. And then you have to mention that you're very interested and you're open and passionate about the position. Again, if you're not passionate, that's a different story. But what you need to do is that you actually need to show that you're passionate, that you're fully interested in the position, and you're actually taking them seriously. So I'm very excited about the opportunity, and I look forward to joining basically XYZ team. Okay, but okay, now back to the problems. Okay, the first step is the base salary. You wanted, for example, you were been offered, let's say, $9,000, or you're offered whatever number. Here you are basically asking for more. Okay, so here you're asking, that's what I need. I need a base salary that's $115,000 a year. Okay, which is equivalent to $54 an hour. And then here you're mentioning, okay, why do I need this? Why do I deserve to get that dollar value? So what you mentioned first of all, you need to do your research, okay, as we have conducted earlier. Second step, that you need to mention, okay, my current base salary is actually $98,000, okay? And I'm open, for example, to at least I need 10% in order for people to move from one company to the next. You're just not just gonna go, if it's offering the same dollar value. Yeah, obviously you might be interested in the culture, you might be interested in the other company, but at least people move when there is 10%, 15% increase. So therefore, a 10% rise in my current salary is the minimum I would consider to leave my current job. Okay. The next step, which is I actually didn't know beforehand that you can do, and I learned it from a lot of my colleagues, is this basically that you can even negotiate the title. Okay. So for example, if you have been offered, for example, to become like a structural design engineer, for example, what you can negotiate a better title. You can negotiate, for example, to become structural design engineering lead, for example, or senior design engineer. Trust me, that makes a lot of difference when you make your next move. Now you became a senior level position. Now you became a lead, so the next step you might become like a manager or whatever position. So the name or the titles actually makes a difference. Okay, and if you can negotiate it and it doesn't really matter for them, why not? Okay, so I would like to negotiate a title change that reflects more responsibility and experience than an entry-level design and release engineering position, for example. And that's what the original title that I've been offered. I'm currently a product development engineer, and I would like a title that reflects career progression. So obviously you are currently an engineer in your current job. You just don't want to go there and become again another engineer. Like if you can negotiate and become, for example, senior level engineer, or you become, for example, a lead engineer, even though the job description obviously will give you more responsibilities, or it might be actually pretty much the same job, but the title makes a difference. The next point, which is very important, is actually how to negotiate your paid vacation days. Okay, so here you're mentioning, for example, they offered you 15 days, and here you're asking for 20 days. Trust me, these 5 days are extremely expensive. Okay, if you do the dollar calculation on a gross value, that's worth like thousands of dollars. Okay, and that don't generally cost the company like a lot. Okay, because in general, people, if you go there and as an entry-level engineer, for example, you start with, let's say, 2 weeks, and then as you become more senior, they allow you to take more vacation days. Okay, so what you could do, that if you can negotiate it in the beginning, that's actually a huge plus. Okay, and so I can mention is, okay, these that's what I want, and then again, thank them. You need to thank them for the opportunity, and you need to mention they're available for any discussions. It's not like, yes, that's all what I need, and I'm not open to any negotiations. That's how you basically negotiate and send a counter offer letter. So let's see, how can you compare your current job offer that you received with other basically people, or colleagues who have pretty much same education and same number of years of experience. So if you go to Comparably, and we have covered that before, but here I'm just going to walk you through it in a little bit more details. What you could do, that you need to go there and enter basically your whatever, your offer that you've received. So let's say, for example, you are a systems engineer. You're working, let's say, again, this is just an example. I just picked like Bosch, for example, USA. And then you enter, that's the job offer. Okay, so you enter, let's say, $80,000 of salary, and the bonus is $8,000. Okay, and let's say, for example, you wanted to start, let's say, January 2017. Okay, and you work in Detroit, Michigan. Okay, all right, you click save. Okay, that's good. And obviously, you can insert, for example, your skills, your education. And here you can enter, for example, your zip code, how many number of years of experience, let's say from 3 to 6 years, your gender, your age group, and you can enter basically what's your education level as well. Let's say I enter, for example, a master's degree, for example, and save changes. Okay, great. So that's the first step. The second step is, okay, let's see how can we compare it basically with other positions, or other, let's say, engineers in this case, that have the same pretty much experience. So let's go to Salaries tab. You will see that basically Comparably provides a really nice summary of your compensation compared to other compensation in the field. So you see that you can tell you, okay, you earn $5,000 more than the average systems engineer. Okay, and you rank 9th out of 19 participants in Detroit, Michigan. So if you look here, it'll tell you, okay, that's your average compensation is, let's say, $82,000. And here they show you, okay, people, let's say, make the $54,000 up to $126,000. And you're somewhere here. That's you in between. That's the average, and that's the median. And that's how you can, if you are planning to negotiate any job offer, you need to do that comparison first. Okay, see what's happening around you. Okay, you need to make an informed decision. You can't just go and say, okay, I need 15% more. It doesn't work that way. You need to go and be prepared. You have done your research. You have the data to back it up. You have your experience. You have your knowledge. You have your education, and that's where you can negotiate a higher salary. All right. Please go and do that exercise. I hope you guys enjoyed that section, and see you in the next section.